I will explain the evolutionary psychology in sports, how we create these massive rivalries, and how it correlates to my Hominin Boundary Detection Hypothesis that I released a couple days ago, that explains that evolutionary psychology, the survival of Homo sapiens for thousands of years. So for thousands of years, Homo sapiens needed to create this our group versus their group boundary dynamics to identify other hominins to not be part of their group. So for thousands of years, Homo sapiens cohabited with Neanderthals, the Denisovans, and other hominins, and they knew that they were hominins, but they didn't look quite like us. They were not part of our tribe or part of our group because they were just different. So whenever a Homo sapien or other hominin identify another hominin for another tribe or another group, that meant danger. That means we need to either kill that hominin or stay away from it. So we have this pre-programming for thousands of years for our survival. It's a mechanism of defense, right? Mechanism of detecting, certain characteristics of the other hominin that determines, okay, is part of our group or is not. So this correlates to sports. In sports, there's this creation of groups, right? This creation of, in a sense, tribes. So, for example, in football, right? There's this massive rivalry of Real Madrid versus Barcelona. So it expands for over 100 years. So this massive rivalry is created through this pre-programming, this notion that, okay, we need to thrive over the other group of hominins, over the other group of, in a sense, the enemy, right? Because yes, they're athletes just like us, but they're not quite like us. They're not part of our tribe. So we need to, for our survival, in a sense, there's not that life-death situation in this case. It's just a sport. But we have this notion, right? We fulfill it through sports in a healthy way. So we always want to defeat the enemy. We always want to defeat the rival, the other group of hominin that is not part of our tribe. And so whenever someone belongs to a tribe, they feel this sense of belonging, this sense of protection. So this hypothesis talks about how for the survival of a tribe you need to dehumanize another hominin or another group of hominins. So this is how hominins, Homo sapiens, they were able to kill other hominins, Neanderthals and Denisovans, and led to their extinction. So in sports, we just want to fulfill this pre-programming through beating the enemy, right? Beating the other sports team, and we can overcome this psychology. So this pre-programming, and in a sense, is because let's say a European team, right? It could be anything. It could be like PSG, Man U, whatever. So they form these groups of people from different regions, right? From different countries, different languages, different physiology. So it unites a group of people, and they feel like they belong to a group of people. So it proves that even though hominins or Homo sapiens have differences, we can overcome them, and we can work together towards a goal. So sports is a way to prove that even though us humans have differences, we can still work together, and we can keep improving society, keep improving humanity. Even though someone might look like me but is not part of my nationality, part of my group of whatever, school, team, whatever, right? It doesn't matter. We can still work together as humanity. We can still work together for the improvement of humanity. And this is something positive that sports translate in our life, right? So let's just stick with that. Let's just take that. Even though we have differences, we're not so different after all.